Ugh.
Okay.
Is it a big deal?
Yes. Welcome everybody to the Crossover Podcast. I don't know what episode number this is. Paul is fresh off a nap. He has not seen any of the news that you probably know just by clicking on the title of this video. And I'm about to break it to him for the very first time. Paul. An LCS team has sold their slot.
Oh.
We don't know who it is yet.
Oh.
The report from DGon on FaceCheck is that it is not TSM. TSM is looking to sell still and is trying to keep their apparently trying to keep like their structure intact, similar to what CLG did with NRG. So they're still looking to go, but somebody else in the LCS is gone, officially gone. We don't know who yet.
Who's all left? GGTO, NRG, C9.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. I would assume it's not going to be any of them, obviously.
No, EG's still in too, right? And Dig.
Ooh, EG and Dig are in. Yeah, you're right. Everybody's
So
betting
Somebody sold a slot already?
Yep. Well, to be fair, if you remember correctly, back when Clutch sold to Dignitas, they sold before LCS Finals. And then they came out with like those ugly ass yellow jerseys.
Yep. Bro, I just read the title of the podcast and I didn't realize I literally just said it. I think I just said it like a second ago. But I'm so confused because why would somebody be selling this early? I guess it's not a bad thing. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you want to get the deal done, you get the deal done.
yeah, it's just like it has to be Immortals, right? Like, it just has to be Immortals. I don't feel like anybody else other than Immortals really makes sense to be selling their team right now.
Dignitas would be the only other
Dig
one.
too.
They're the only other one because like we knew that they were reportedly trying to sell last year.
I really wonder who bought it too, because
DGon was not happy with it. He was like he was not thrilled by who bought them.
I have to go take a phone call real quick.
Go right ahead. I'll talk to chat in the meantime because I want to hear Khan's theory that likely has been popping up on chat. Let me make sure that that's still popping up there. Okay, so Khan's theory is that it is FaZe Clan. That FaZe Clan is in the LCS. Okay, so the leading theories would be, obviously FaZe would be one of them. Sentinels would be the other. I'm trying to think who has that much capital. Misfits will not, because Misfits has made it clear that they're not trying to expand in esports. They are trying to do content creation, and the only bit of like their esports side, which was like the Florida, not the Florida Mayhem, but I forget what the Call of Duty team in Florida was, basically being renamed to the Miami Heretics, because Heretics is now taking over their slot in the Call of Duty League. So I do not think it would be Misfits at all.
Yeah, because I mean, one team we know, I guess, is now Sentinels. Like, with the news that has come. I said last podcast I was really pulling for Sentinels to buy a team, and
you know what they need to do? They're losing $700,000 a month right now. The best thing for them to do, buy an LCS slot. That's gonna solve your problems, all of them.
Why not crowdfund?
To be fair, that could actually solve some of their issues. If you come in and you just pay 5 players and a coach, okay, minimum salary, that's $350,000. Or with coach, that's what, right? Assume you could probably do it for $500K. If you like cheap out on everything, like you literally just get like a Prius, and that's what you're driving the players from like their apartment or like their 5 condo bedroom to the arena in. You could probably get away with like 600K on the low ball, like really phoning it in. So like, if they're getting, even if revenue dropped off severely and they're only getting like $1 million a year now from the LCS, that's still a $350,000 profit.
But
That's stepping it there slowly, ignoring the
but
$20 million that it cost them to buy into the slot.
yeah.
We're ignoring that part entirely.
And do you think it's like, do you think they would even make really any money because of how bad
No.
faith they would get?
No, they would not.
From everyone? Like,
Well, I mean, to be fair, they're guaranteed 1/10 of that revenue split. So whatever the LCS is getting, like
True.
they get 1/10 of it, no matter what.
wait, DGon's not happy with who it is?
No, he's not. He's not happy at all with it. When he said it, he was like,
Oh.
he was quiet. He was not a fan of, clearly not a fan of who's coming in. And by the way, to the 14 of you that are watching this, if you don't mind doing me a favor, drop a like on this video while you're at it. It helps the algorithm. And thank you all for tuning into the podcast.
Man.
But who's your guess?
Dude, so it's somebody that he's not really a huge fan of. It's, I can't even think, like, yeah, it's, my first go-to is what you were saying at the end, like maybe a FaZe type. I feel like FaZe wouldn't be that exciting, but I just don't see FaZe making a $20 million purchase on LCS right now. It doesn't seem to be in their system.
I'm just trying
Not OpTic. Did he not like OpTic?
I don't know, but if it's OpTic, I don't care. I already made this promise on Twitter. I'm running around New York City with my shirt off, with the OpTic logo painted on my chest, yelling, "Hex is daddy, Hex is life." I will record the entire thing and put it online. I do not fucking care. But honestly, like, not saying if it was OpTic, somebody would leak it to me, but I feel like if it was OpTic, I very explicitly asked for no leaks at all times. But that is one that I feel like I would get word on even unintentionally, if that was going to be the case. So I don't believe it's going to be OpTic as much as I want it to be, and that's why I made that promise.
Bro, Cod made a good point.
What?
He said, what if it's a team, like, backed by Kick? Ew.
Ugh.
That would be gross.
Now, I will say one thing here. One of the people that quote retweeted my tweet works for the Garden. Or at least, I don't know if he still does, but like that's in his Twitter bio. You know who the Garden is, like Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is CLG. CLG still is technically involved with the or not CLG. Madison Square Garden is still technically involved with the LCS by proxy of NRG because it's like a co-op deal. I don't know the specifics of the deal, but they're still in it. He said it's an old face.
It's an old face.
His words. I don't know if he knows anything or if he's just baiting or what that means, but his tweet specifically said, "Lol, can't wait to see an old face in the LCS."
Yeah, that makes Echo Fox seem like the one. Because Fun plus Phoenix, or Phoenix 1 already sold, right?
Yeah, well, Phoenix 1 rebranded to Sentinels. So that's literally what they are.
And does Complexity even still exist?
Yes, Complexity does exist, and Complexity is actually in the discussion to buy out FaZe Clan.
Huh.
But
I guess it could be Complexity.
But here's my thing: if it was Complexity, I don't feel like they would DGon would hate it, because I feel like Complexity of all orgs, like even though it would tangentially be tied to FaZe if they bought out FaZe, I feel like people will be genuinely happy with that for the most part. You have the names like Jordan Fisher and other big names with Complexity, like fuck it, what's his name? Baldhead. Tim the Tapman is a co-owner of Complexity. So like you get Tim involved in the LCS, like that, he would not hate that move. So it's not Complexity in my mind. There's no chance that it's them. Otherwise he would love it.
I could see that one, because there is maybe some people have some issues with Tim the Tapman because of the neck mercs.
No chance.
I don't know.
Also, to chat, Envious does not exist anymore. They are a brand within OpTic Gaming, and OpTic put the brand to rest. So Envy does not exist anymore. If anybody got into the LCS, it would be OpTic, and that would be it.
I can't see a team that, like, if he wasn't that excited for it, then I don't know. I can't think of one. That's an old team that's been a part of it other than Echo Fox. I feel like Echo Fox fits that pretty good. But I don't get why Echo Fox would be buying back in. I don't feel like they make any sense, you know what I mean?
I get you.
No,
There's
Curse isn't a thing, they're TL.
okay. Hear me out.
Right?
Yeah, this is a long
Okay.
shot. This is a real long shot. I noticed 7 hours ago on Reddit, there was an AMA that went up. That was like really odd. He said, "I am David Vague, former owner of LCS Team Gravity. Ask me anything."
On League of Legends?
Yeah, on the League of Legends subreddit. He said, "So this is long overdue. I kind of disappeared after selling the slot back in 2015. Was too nervous to do a AMA back then. He went back and got his degree, and he's been doing sales for a startup ever since. So like, that's obviously not going to be part. Okay, never mind. That theory went out the wall or out the window.
Yeah, I was gonna say Team Gravity?
I don't know.
Where
dude,
would they even get that money?
I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here. I got no clue who it's gonna be.
No, I understand what you're saying. I just mean like, I don't know where they would get that money. I mean, I can't see myself. I don't really have an issue with them, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they stunk. Was there any problems with them?
No, and I swear to God, Fugitive, no. Let. Oh man, bro, Sean has a interesting point. What if the Saudis came in and bought a spot?
Bro,
it would. I'm telling, the LCS would be done for. Done for.
who backs Echo Fox now? It's not Rick Fox, right?
I don't even know, and there's no way Riot would allow them back in. No chance.
Depends.
No.
I feel like money makes people.
There's no chance. Also, I'm trying to think, like, what about, not like Space Station Gaming? Probably not. If it was Loud, I feel like he'd be. I'm trying to think of like orgs outside of, like, I'm thinking America's Valorant. Who are we missing here? And it can't be a content creator either, because, like, if it was a content creator, you would think that he would be happy about it.
Yeah.
The only two answers that come to my mind are Sentinels and FaZe.
I'm trying to look this up. I don't see anything about Echo Fox, dude.
No, I don't even know if they exist anymore.
They have a Twitter. Oh yeah, they have a Twitter that hasn't posted since 2019. So I don't think it's them. Never mind.
No,
I think
it's definitely not them. 100% not them.
Unless they moved on to like a different name and a whole different style. I thought they had what is it? I thought they had gaming though, still. Like fighting games.
I don't know. Sean said, or somebody, okay, yeah, Sean said, it was Dakudo said version 1. No, I don't think it's going to be version 1. They were already looking for somebody to set, or somebody to buy from them, so I highly doubt it's them. Immortals rebrands to MIBR. No, that wouldn't also be a sell. You can't sell the spot to yourself. You would just be rebranding to MIBR. So like this means that ownership is gone. Phoenix 1, no, it's not going to be the case. Because Phoenix 1 is now Sentinels. For those that don't know.
Yeah, who owns Complexity though?
A myriad of people. Like, they diluted their ownership share and like gave out a bunch of shares to everybody.
Well, if a myriad of people could happen to be bought up by the Saudis and then buy an LCS slot, that's all. I can see how that would make people a little disappointed, you know what I mean?
I mean, I get you.
But I'm with you. I don't think the LCS would allow that. I think they would know.
Yeah. Because from the...
Oh, Jerry Jones.
Yeah, Jerry Jones owns a good bit of Complexity. Which, again, is like... if Complexity gets in, that's a good thing, in my mind. Like, I know not a lot of people... I know not a lot of League people know about Complexity, but, like, The goal here isn't to make a name that's fucking attractive for League fans. It's to get people that are outside of League of Legends into League. That's the whole
Yeah.
point. So, like...
And if, honestly, Complexity would be, I think they'd be good because any amount of help that Jerry Jones would be willing to give to the LCS would be substantial because the way he built the Dallas Cowboys into a household name. Like,
Yeah.
he knows marketing at least, and he knows branding. He might be kind of past his prime of knowing how to do things or being willing to help, but I still think he would be really good at that kind of role.
Yeah. I mean, my guess, honestly...
Yeah, and Tim.
It's
Tim
got
the Tyrant
to
is
be
huge.
Sentinels, right? It has to be. There's nobody else that makes sense.
Yeah, which just leaves you with so many questions. If it is Sentinels, like, and where do they actually fit into this? Because they don't have any money.
I don't know.
What are they gonna do?
I have no clue.
Lena works at Sun.
Wait,
Is that true?
Does she?
I don't know.
I know she used to work with OTK for a bit. Does she work for Sentinels?
That's where I thought she worked too. Oh, he said right at the end. So.
Yeah,
she's
the chief revenue officer at Sentinels, which is hilarious, by the way.
Well, you know. Well.
Oh man. That's
Well.
Classic esports for you.
Well, the team has been a part of LCS before, and she's been a pretty big part of it.
That would be, bro. Imagine a world where Sentinels comes in and Doublelift goes to Sentinels and is there with Lena, and we have the same exact fucking issues that happened with TSM all over again.
Yeah, send Doublelift, but like the challenge is try to save the organization as a whole.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna overpay another player. We're gonna lose $900,000 a month. But after 3 months, we'll have some mystery revenue source that's gonna bring us up to a positive.
And hear me out. Good news. Doublelift is technically, maybe not by all on this podcast, but by some considered an 8th place ADC.
I don't need you and DGon memeing me for that. DGon was on a podcast with Monte Cristo and Dom, and just casually chucked out there my all pro vote again. It's like, God, dude,
really?
I'm not even getting a chance to defend myself.
But I feel like you could realistically, she could sell the idea that she could buy him for the vet min, and he probably doesn't need money that bad, so he'd probably take it, to be honest. And maybe, like, I don't know, I feel like Doublelift wouldn't do that, but he might. He might.
The other interesting part of that podcast, though, as Khan mentioned, was that apparently Doublelift had that interview saying that he wants to continue to play, and then Lena put in Twitch chat that she hopes he retires.
Oh. Well. Never mind. So.
Why is this circle still here? Why is this always happening? Oh man. Wait, that's actually interesting. Nick as Gotcha said, chat. Nick Allen is president and CEO of Mogul Moves. Nick Allen used to be with what CL? Who was Nick Allen with? Was he with CLG?
I don't really remember what he did.
Golden Guardians. Charlie said, yeah. So technically, that would also be an old face coming back. If Mogul Moves decided to get in with Charlie and Ludwig and all that.
Hey. There's, okay. Mogul Moves. Yes, you have me. Now you have me. When we had Sentinels.
But that would. Here's the thing, though, and this is where it keeps coming back. That would be a good thing for the LCS, and DGon would, in theory, be happy, but he's not.
Yeah.
So we go back
knows?
to who.
Maybe DGon doesn't like React to Indies.
Watch there be. Okay, now hear me out. DGon hates more than anything. I have no clue. I was trying to come up with something creative. I cannot figure.
No, this is it.
The guy doesn't hate anything.
He hates React Andy so much that rather than side with Mogul Moves, a huge group coming into the LCS, he has decided to act like he is bored by the Mogul Moves buy-in, which probably wouldn't make sense at all for DGon. But maybe he's playing the contrarian card.
Maybe
he's trying.
Mark Z.
Yeah, to surprise us all, and then boom, he hits us with this huge Mogul Moves play. And maybe he acts like super excited when they come in. Because, yeah, there's no chance he would be disappointed in Mogul Moves.
Not at all. You know what? No.
He'd probably be losing his mind.
Fuck it. You know what? Hang on. Go ahead and stall. Hang on. You go ahead and stall.
Okay. I can't. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if we think about it, Mogul Moves, great brands. We bring them in. They bring us some viewers, maybe. Like, they help save LCS's that side. They bring some funniness and some goofiness that we haven't had in a while. They do a solid there. Sentinels, they come. What do they do?
You know
they
what?
bring us.
I've come to the conclusion that DGon really can't stand the idea that OpTic would come back into the LCS and absolutely smurf on everybody and shit on all these kids because of their previous time in the LCS. Because people don't understand that, you know, it's a different OpTic under Hex. It's not what it was under, like, Chris Chaney and the Infinite Days. So I have come to the official conclusion that DGon was specifically talking about OpTic, and OpTic is back in the LCS, baby.
Woo!
We back.
Woo!
Let's go.
You're back.
We did it.
In reality, no chance.
Yeah, nope. I'm 100% delusional confidence going all in on this. That it is 100% OpTic in every way, shape, or form. Because Sentinels can't do it. They're broke. Complexity might, but he wouldn't hate complexity. My camera really froze. Why now, camera? There is
because
no,
even your camera knows it's cap.
There is no other org that could get in, because Hex has weed money now. Like, that's what people don't understand. For those that don't know, Hex started a company called Pine Park, which is literally just a marijuana company, and now he's rolling in the weed money. So, what is he gonna do? Get high and finish 10th place in the LCS? It's a great way to watch. It's a great way to watch the last place team. If you're high as fuck and just enjoying it, why not? Doesn't matter if you win Worlds. Doesn't matter if you never qualify. You're having a good time. You're chill. Doesn't matter. We got the good shit. We're fine. We're fine.
I mean, would that be much different from OpTic's first run?
Nope. And I'm good. We're back in. I don't get. Bring Zig back. Bring Lemon Nation. Bring Acadian. Bring the whole crew back. I don't give a fuck. Give them all just barrels of weed. It's fine. Like, we're good. We're chilling.
Or, hear me out. It is Mogul moves, and we get some good gaming. Like, we get some really good gaming.
But DGon would like that. DGon would like that.
He would.
So don't. Nope. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be OpTic. I'm fully committed. I'm telling you. I'm all in on this hype train. It's the only thing that makes sense. Nothing else makes sense.
I am wondering though, like, I feel like this is a prime time to buy an LCS slot for a lot of these teams, because it's like, dude, the salaries have never been lower. Like,
this offseason, they're going to be horrendously low.
Yeah, trying to build a really good team really wouldn't be that hard if you wanted to, and like, just splash show up. Now, granted, like,
buy all Disguised Toast. Problem solved.
Yeah, I mean, You could. You're probably not going to win LCS because there's a couple guys on there who.
But it doesn't matter. Like, you're doing it for the
Yeah.
content.
True. Do you think this guy's Toast bought in?
No, DGon would be happy about that. There's no chance.
Yeah, that's true.
And where the hell is he going to get $20 million to pay
He
for
probably
that slot?
acted like he wasn't that worried. Like, he might have acted like he wasn't excited, but he actually was. You know what I mean?
No chance.
They also have no former time.
He also has no reason to lie. It only benefits if he hypes it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if anything, that just builds more excitement for the LCS. So, like, there's no reason to lie about, like, not liking who's coming in.
I mean, with what we know, it's probably going to be just Immortal sells the slot and then buys it back in a few years anyways. Because that's what they seem to like to do.
Please, no. Please, no. Oh, I don't want that.
I don't get how... I don't know which one it is. Is it Immortals or is it...
Who the hell, even assuming the price dropped, who has $15 million to buy a slot?
Watch it be FlyQuest who sold.
That would be hilarious.
They just want to get back their money and they think it's too hard.
Oh, that would be so funny. There's no chance that's it. But that would be so funny. Oh, imagine.
But if it was them,
everybody,
I could see why he'd be sad.
Everybody, well, no, because he's happy that the team is leaving.
FlyQuest?
No, DGon said he's happy that the team...
Oh.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's definitely not FlyQuest.
No.
Never mind.
No, it would make no sense. Although, just in a theoretical bubble, imagine a world where the VC comes in, buys out FlyQuest, for 1 year has a shit roster and is like, nah, we're nuking all of this. Like,
yeah, he's
I'm
like,
getting my
I'm
money and we're getting
this.
out. That would, bro, that'd be such a slap in the face to everybody. Oh my god.
That'd be insane. Him just being like, dude, I'm tired of this. We gave them money and they still lose. Like, I highly doubt they're gonna do that because why would they? Honestly, their team just needs a mid laner. If we're being real, like they could just buy a mid laner and they'd probably put it together. Maybe also a jungler, but like
you had to do my boy speak it like that. Okay, he was your boy too.
I mean, he is my boy still, but I don't know. I think he has some. I'm not gonna say that because I don't really know if that's true or not, but he just seems when things go bad to fall off quick, play wise. I don't know, from an outside perspective, and those are the only two slots I could see that you could probably get better at, but I don't even know if you can get better at jungle because is there a better native jungler than Spica available?
No.
That one could try to get their hands on?
No.
I don't really think so.
No. And personally, I still think Spica's good. I think Spica deserves at least one more year. Granted, he had a bad year on TSM. He's had a meh year this year. Like you 100% like give him benefit of the doubt and give him one more split or like one more year on a decent team before you start calling into question that Spica's the problem, in my opinion. Like, I think he has earned that leniency and that right.
That's very true. Yeah. So it kind of leaves you with like that would be the most enticing roster to buy. Like if you're getting Immortals roster, let's be clear. No offense to them, but you're probably cleaning house.
Well, no, because they can't even clean house because they're all gone. Immortals got rid of everybody,
that's a good
remember?
Point. They are all
Kemby's gone. Solo's gone. The entire coaching staff is gone. Literally, you've gutted it. The only thing that you got left is like maybe one like tactical, and then you're just gonna have tactical standing there with like a single light shown down on him and nothing else, and the new owner's gonna walk in and be like, "This is it. This is all we got. We spent $15 million and it's just you."
Maybe the buyer though is smart and they watched what happened to NRG when they bought a team and then sold a couple players, and they were like, no. In the contract, we want it that you get rid of them, and we buy the teamless team. No names are we saying goodbye to. No thank you posts from us. You post the thank you posts. We buy the slot and rebuild.
I mean, that's what I would do. If I'm buying in,
Yeah.
I want a clean slate. I don't want any of that fucking like bad blood, like bad juju from Immortals like dripping onto
Yeah.
me. No chance.
Like you could, I feel like if you're buying the TSM roster or the Dig roster, like if you're buying Dig, you're keeping Rich, I feel like. I
Yeah.
feel like Rich seemed very valuable. If you're buying TSM, I'm sure you're considering keeping Boogie if he'd like to stay in an A. Or like, is there anyone else other than him?
I think Insanity
Thinking
might
about
be
it,
on a
maybe
longer deal.
Insanity. Insanity and Chime might be worth keeping as well.
Let me check.
And but yeah, other than that, like I mean if we're being honest, the team selling, they have no value other than the slot.
Yeah. And
Their rosters are not the most valuable.
and it's also going to be a good thing if you cut all the contracts that currently exist, because you're coming in at a time where salaries are going to be at an all-time low. So why the
Yep.
hell would you want to carry over any salaries?
Yeah.
I promise you will probably get everybody for cheaper. Okay, so the only people that they have left on the roster are Boogie, Revan, and Ruby. They're the only ones.
Yeah, buy them. Obviously, you're gonna. I think we all know which one you're cutting and which two you're keeping.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. You just buy them and move on. Like, I don't really see a world where like you're sitting there buying these teams and not just like cleaning house and restarting.
Fuck. Breaking news.
Do we? From who?
DGon himself.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you can
What'd
see.
he say?
I'll pull it
He
up
put
on
eyes.
I'll pull it up on stream.
Did he just put eyes?
DGon put eyes. Let me pull this up.
This man and his. Where? Oh.
Oh, god damn it, DGon. You're trolling the shit out of me. Never mind. The first eyes that came in was might be Sentinel's IDK. And I thought that was going to be it. But instead, he's doing that to everybody and trolling the shit out of it. God damn it, DGon. I guarantee he's watching this right now and laughing his ass off.
I mean, low-key, it is kind of hilarious because we spent the first, 30 minutes of this not talking about playoffs at all. Granted, we have nothing to talk about.
I was going to say, both of our teams are gone. Why do we give a fuck?
We've been talking about just teams selling slots. Because, I'm going to be honest, I mean, Big Whoop. Emily went 3-1. Congrats. I hope you enjoyed.
I know.
Good job.
She's not. Well, here's the deal.
Yeah.
We will continue this podcast until Emily gets home because we have to have her predictions on stream, and that will be what ends this episode.
We're so proud of you for going 3-1 and ruining our lives. Great. I knew it was doomed when she started saying what she was saying.
I know.
And it was making sense. And then, man. Every step of the way, I have to keep eating my words on Dokla, I feel like, but whatever. Energy's
Wait until we get Dokla versus the Shy at Worlds. And
I know.
Dokla puts him in a body bag. It's going to be so good. I cannot wait. You have no idea how good that's going to be.
I hope we get the news of, who's buying in, so we can know it before Worlds, or it'll probably be soon.
No, it definitely will. I think if they're smart, they wait until after LCS finals. Riot forbids them from announcing it until afterwards. And then once finals is done, give it a few days, give it 2 days to celebrate, and then bam, hit us with the mother load. Drop all the news. LCS going back to weekends. Do all the shit. Or if Riot really wants to beef it up a little bit, they'll have a press conference before Saturday. And get all the positive news out there so that people's expectations are high going into finals. Hey, we're going back to weekends. next year, and we're doing all this. And then Wednesday of the week comes, it's like, bam, Sentinels is here. Bam, we're going remote and never playing in the studio ever again. Bam, we're doing, like, just start dropping the mother load.
Are you ready for the most nightmare situation for LCS to be like Rich versus the Shy when Dig gets 4th seed?
No, it's not happening. Dig is not beating Golden Guardians.
The nightmare scenario. Dig beats GGS.
I'm not really gonna say this, am I? Yeah.
And Jensen the world's win.
I'm really gonna say it. If you gave me $1,000 and told me to bet on it based purely on my gut at the moment, I legitimately do think that Dignitas is beating Golden Guardians.
How? They're bottom lane versus GGS's bottom lane.
I know, but just look, when momentum is against you, when you start collapsing in playoffs, if something's going wrong in scrims, they're just not on the right page. I don't know what it is. Nobody can sit here and say this has never happened before, because we've seen this exact thing happen before with Cloud9.
Yeah.
I get this gut feeling that that's happening again. And it's not like I haven't been warning of this all split either. Like, I've been saying from the beginning that Golden Guardians is due to fall off in some capacity. You can go back to the beginning of this split when I said that burnout is going to be a very real thing for them. They were struggling with it when it came to MSI post that. They said they only had a week break before the LCS season began, and it's going to be tough for them to go on. And the beginning of the split, you can kind of get through. It just is what it is. You're still in that MSI hangover. You're still in really good form. But when that burnout hits at the end of the season, that shit hits hard.
Did you see what Chris put in there? Tomo versus Ruler? We're about to be in the pits, bro.
I'm in danger!
Fighting for our lives.
And let me make this clear, because I've seen this comment all over the place. And I saw it on TikTok as well. It doesn't matter who we send. The four teams from Korea and the 4 teams from the LPL are getting out of groups. Stop thinking maybe one upset. Maybe one, if we're lucky. But the format is going to prevent that now because it's best of 3s to qualify to get out.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. No NA team or EU teams getting out. So why the hell does it matter whether we send Dig or Golden Guardians? It really doesn't. Unless the Shy runs it down,
I mean, it's probably between G2 and C9. I feel like.
And I pick G2 every time right now. They look good.
Yeah. Then I feel like TL could almost. Well, they still got to make Worlds, but they kind of have that weird Dark Horse vibe.
Yeah, and I mean, literally defending world champ. Which, by the way, are we both in agreement that TL beats EG? Or do you have any faith in EG to pull off this upset?
I think TL should beat EG. I don't know. It's just APA and JoJo's close, but TL's a lot better at hiding things, like hiding their weaknesses and getting themselves through stages of the game. They're pretty good at that. They're very good at it. So.
And let's be clear, Summit gaps the shit out of Revenge in this series.
Maybe, but Revenge at his current form is pretty good.
Did we watch the same series against
Cloud9?
Oh,
yeah.
Revenge was great against Hanser. Okay, but your only good example of Revenge popping off was against Hanser. Was that Hanser that he played against?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give any credit to that. Now you went from playing Fudge, who was arguably the second best top laner in the league, barring Licorice, but Licorice and Golden Guardians didn't really put it all together, even though Licorice played decently well. What? You're now going against the best top laner, and you just expect, I'm gonna be better than him now? No.
Yeah. No.
The only case that they have is that if JoJo absolutely pops off against Insanity. And TL knows that 100%. And I guarantee you, they're just sitting and looking at APA this week and being like, bro, you good? You're not gonna tilt? What champ do you want? You tell us what you want that you can go 0-6 on and still be perfectly fine and let Summit carry this game. You tell us,
Yep.
we'll get that done.
And low key, his cast was really nice.
It was very
It
nice.
was really nice. Like, he's really not that bad. I think he's just trying to get used to stage in playoffs, which is very fair for a rookie who's been subbed in the middle of the season. Like, he's doing a pretty good job of adapting and getting there. And I think TL, they're more than likely fine if we're being honest. Like, they could probably figure it out. I just don't see EG. There's just something about EG that seems like TL's just much better mechanically than
I
EG.
agree. Especially in
Maybe
playoffs.
it's just jungle. Maybe jungle is such a big gap, and EG looks so confused in jungle. Like, they seem like they don't know what to do.
And you need to start Shaden, to be fair. I think Jojo Pin looks better with Shaden in the lineup than Armeo.
Yeah.
Especially with Armeo playing Academy Finals. Like, I get
He's
it.
starting.
If I was Kelsey Moser, like, I'm just picking one and sticking with it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. EG's already under enough fire right now, so we don't have to keep adding to it, but they are in a tough spot.
By the way, for those wondering, Arsh apparently tweeted out that the investigation still is ongoing with Danny, so.
Oh. Do you think they're the ones who've sold?
That would be wild. Bro, that would be...
And
again, DGon would be happy that EG sold.
Yeah, but maybe they were bought by somebody he didn't like, and that's why.
No, and that's fair. It's like... I mean, they could. I wouldn't complain, but I doubt they do, because they're... I don't know. I doubt EG sells, because if they sell the LCS spot, then why is Riot going to keep them in Valorant?
Yeah, that's a very good question.
They're one of the few NA orgs that also have a Valorant spot, which puts them in like this very special position where like Riot is clearly on their good side.
Yeah.
Also, could we just acknowledge Nicole deactivating her Twitter is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was meaning, and I didn't want to really mention it, but...
Oh no, I'll mention it.
Like, myself, it made me chuckle.
No problem. There, by all means, and there are some, if anybody from EG ever sees this, to the mid-level employees that I talk to, that I know, y'all are great. You keep doing your job. This ain't on you. To the C-suite of that org, oh, you got some questions to answer before you take any jobs elsewhere. Holy shit. And apparently, Sean in chat said that Danny got removed from the Creator Collective. Good to know his hush money has officially run out. Or his hush money contract, although his fucking NDA probably lasts for like 3 years.
Why'd she deactivate? Just probably because general backlash that could be coming with an investigation and other stuff. I mean,
also
she can't post anything.
Also, she went on TV to talk about esports.
Oh yeah,
and the shit that the numbers that were brought up were just it was bad.
Like, she probably did honestly deactivate before that. Well, wasn't it before the interview too?
Yeah, it was before it.
It was probably prepping so that they didn't like put at her name, and then people just went in there and put, oh, well, did you talk about this? And then all of a sudden the news talks about that.
Yeah,
like a day later.
Yeah, it's smart. That would be interesting. Cons, right? Like if EG sells before they get like the ban hammer from Riot. But like, here's the thing. Like, well, I guess that would make sense because if you get the ban hammer, then like, if you're being forced to sell, Riot's gonna tell you have 6 months to get rid of it, and people are just gonna sit there and be like, no, why would I pay you top dollar for this slot on the market whenever you're gonna lose it anyways? And Riot could possibly give it out to us.
And it makes sense. It's like, it's one of those, if you're trying to not have to deal with all of that backlash and you're worried that you could have to sell at less of a premium. You might as well go get your money now, call it the day, and move on. Like, it's not like EG is probably gaining a ton of fans right now. Like, and thinking about it now, they're probably one of the few ones that has the most enticing roster. If you're talking about buying a team,
Yeah, they got the most
like,
assets to work with.
they're the one spot, or probably the only slot that could be sold right now that you're looking at and going, yeah, I want to buy them, because they're not just a slot, they're also a roster that makes sense to buy. Like, you could buy them, keep Unforgiven and JoJo, and maybe Revenge, and figure out some other stuff, and you would have a very solid roster.
To Khan's point in chat, the question would be, would they be forced to sell their Valorant side? Well, they can't sell it. Riot would just take it. They don't own the Valorant slot. It's a partnership. But my gut feeling says that if you're leaving the LCS for sketchy shit, they'll probably be forced out of Valorant too. Like the whole org will likely collapse if that's what happens. Like the org will just simply cease to exist in a matter of a few weeks to a month, or a few weeks to a few months. But I'm not, like, we're going down a rabbit hole here. I don't think that's the case. I do think it's just Immortals going out. Like, that's the easy answer.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, because it's tough.
So I kind of got us distracted from LCS playoff talk to go back to this after DGon started trolling. But so we both agree that TL's going. I think we both would say that Golden Guardians is favored over Dig. But do you have any faith in Dig whatsoever to pull off this upset?
Kind of. Because, I mean, I think that the top side of Dig can hold on. I just don't think Dig is that good. And they make a lot of suspect decisions. So, they're kind of tough to actually believe in. But they're really not terrible.
Yeah.
I think Golden Guardians does clear them. Like, Golden Guardians is a lot better than them.
I just think there's a clear world where Golden Guardians just has, like, that burnout point hit. And we all know how burnout works. Like, the second you hit that wall, like, there's no, like, overcoming that shit. Like, you're done. No. And, like, I hate to use Danny as a good example, but, like, Danny is, like, case in point. Like, when that shit starts, when burnout hits, whenever, like, you just mentally start, like, going, it's gone.
Yeah.
It is so hard. Like, anybody that's ever played a sport, that once you hit that, like, end of season, and you get there, and you eat, like, when you get that feeling of just, like, I don't want to do this anymore. That's so hard. And even if you want to go to Worlds and, like, do all these things in, like, 2 months where it's like, you know what, I'm going to have a bunch of off time, I'll be able to recoup. Like, still getting yourself up every day to do that is not easy.
And it's also, like, one of those, maybe GGS should have taken a week off, like 100 Thieves did back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it would have mattered for them if they were 2nd or 3rd seed.
No, I don't think so either.
They probably could have taken that week off, give themselves a chance to try to claw their way back to a semblance of normality and give themselves that break, and then come in and try to play it. Because I just don't know. Man, I don't know if they, like you said, they got it in them. Like, to go all this way and go to Worlds. I feel like they see Worlds right now as a pretty daunting thing.
Yeah.
Like, you'll get a break before Worlds, don't get me wrong. There's going to be a sizable break. There's going to be time because of the Asia Games. But is it really a break when you know in the back of your mind at all times you're trying to keep getting better because you're nervous about, like, one of the biggest tournaments of the year?
And then, like, if you don't practice, you're going to get flamed by everybody.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be like, oh, you were burnt out? I'm sorry, you have 2 more months to play, and then you're fucking done for the year. Like, you literally don't have to touch a keyboard until January if you don't want to. Like, people are going to go that route, even if I disagree with it.
Yeah. And they don't... They really... I hope they view it, though, as like all we got to do is get through this one series, and then we can go relax. And I do hope they take a break, because they need a break really bad.
Yes.
And they just go take a break, and then they reset and go get back on the grind. That would be really good for them if they could pull that off.
I just think there's a very clear path of Jensen and Santorin causing this upset.
Yeah.
If Golden Guardians plays like they did against NRG, Dig will beat them.
Yep.
Who he's engages were utterly terrible, and he's the main shot caller for the team. If he has another off series, it might be done.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because like they're a super talented roster, and I don't really love the fact that we've sent Dick to Worlds.
Same.
But that slot is also like mega blessed when it comes to Worlds tournaments. Like I don't know what it is, Clutch and them like seem to make it.
Yep.
It's the clutch factor, and it just
and then
seems
they go
to
0-6. Like they're not going to win a game in groups, to be clear.
Yeah.
They will still get out of play-in stage though, and they will beat EU because that's what we do. But
yep, they'll probably be the first ones to lose the EU for us. It'll be something like that. Wouldn't that be our first international? Like, well, no, it's not a best of 5.
Yeah, no, it's a best
It's
of 5.
just best of 3s, right?
No, wait, what?
If we lost to EU, like if they lost to EU.
Yeah, it's a best of 5.
Yeah.
It would be our first best of 5 loss to EU in a long time. And
That
it would be like our first. This basically counts as play-ins in my mind. This would be like our first like play-in, like the first North American team to technically go to Worlds that didn't make group stage.
Yeah. I mean, that would suck. That'd be crazy. Of all things that happen on a split where we look super deep as a like region, and then we send Dig and they just get absolutely destroyed. Hopefully they'd win, like, and Rich can pull something out.
Yeah.
Because Rich seems to be their best player at pulling things out. But that would just be so unfortunate if they like go and they just do something bad.
Chat is trying to bait me into a bet of $100 or $1,000 that a team won't go 0-6 at groups. And you're right. I'm not dumb. Because the way Swiss format works is that China and Korea will be in the top half the entire time and typically qualify, like, barring two or three teams that qualify with like the 2-2 record of like you have to win that final one. Like even if North America loses our first 2, we're gonna be playing against like LATAM in that elimination best of 3. So yeah, we're gonna win one of them. Like if we lose that, then yeah, we got problems. But
yeah,
like we're not there. We've proven that time and time again that we are better than all the minor regions. So yes, we are not gonna go 0-6 at Worlds. I know that. I'm just memeing. The new format does not allow us to go 0-6 or like anything in that regard. Now there is a chance. Yeah. There is a chance that a team could go 0-5 technically. Because because 0-5 is the worst that you can do. You literally, now that I think about it, you actually can't go 0-6 because you can lose the best of 1, lose the best of 1, lose the best of 3. So you can go 0-4 and then immediately drop out. And that could happen if the seeding is all fucked up and you face like Korea in the 0-0 match, you face Korea and China again, or like whoever like got upset in the first round in the 0-1 matchup. So now you're 0-2 playing a best of 3, and then you draw like Europe, and you draw like Fnatic or something like that, and then like I could see a world where like we lose to Fnatic in like a best of 3.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So technically, you could go 0-4.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that would suck. That'd be so sad for an American team. But that is the way the world goes. I mean, we can't... I don't know. This is going to be such a hard Worlds for us, because now we're going from I was feeling pretty good about us cooking to, like, I don't know what happened. We just...
It happens
our
every
playoffs
year.
Hasn't been as clean.
It happens every year in summer postseason. Like the teams that are like doing really well at the end of the year just seem like they can't keep it clean to the end. And then something happens. Like last year, it was TL falling off whenever they looked decent or like middling all year, and then
True.
Like Cloud9, you know, goes on to win, but like the second place team is nowhere close, and then like 100 Thieves drops the ball in finals or something like that, and like EG unfortunately had their mental collapse last year. Like shit happens like that all the time.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, like China looked good going into their final stuff. I mean, their regionals weren't insane. I think that Weeaboo is beatable, maybe, in that regional qualifier. Like, maybe somebody could, but I don't know. JDG is a different breed, bro.
They are.
Like, they are the standard, and they're about to go for that sweep. Granted, they were 1 game away, but when it comes down to the clutch time, they're like, their team fighting is just so good. It's insane.
Yep.
It really is crazy. Like, I don't even know. And I mean, LNG like got Gala, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. Gala's just back. Like Gala's doing Gala things,
He is.
and he's trying to gap everybody. Like he wants it so bad.
Did you
And
see
the way
it's the same 4 mid laners?
really,
It's the exact same 4 mid laners from last year, just on different teams.
that's hilarious. Yeah, I guess that makes sense thinking about it. Yeah, that is.
Everybody's talking about Gala and a Kaisa meta. What about freaking Zeka in an Akali meta?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's
What
gonna
if
be insane.
Hanwha Life makes it, and then all of a sudden Zeka's like the best player at Worlds again?
Yeah, I mean, he could like actually do that. It
Uh-oh.
wouldn't be that crazy.
Yeah.
But
Kento has a viewer.
I mean,
fire it away, Kento.
what?
No, keep talking, Paul. I'm just telling Kento to.
Oh, but low-key, like, I don't know, those Chinese ADCs sometimes get so cracked at Worlds that, like, you just forget what's going on. And now that Ruler's gone, like, from Korea to keep everybody going crazy and they're all getting to practice against Ruler, I feel like it's gonna make them even more cracked.
I agree. I'm scared. Like,
But
I think the LPL like wins it all. And honestly, I think it's either going to be JDG or Weibo.
Korea's still the one to dethrone.
They are, but put it this way: when you go into this tournament, I don't think that China's not the favorite, regardless of Korea being defending champions.
Yeah, that's fair. Because of how good they played MSI.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Because even though BLG got third, they're still really good. Or second, I guess.
Kento said to elevator pitch him as someone who has lost faith in LCS on watching Worlds before I hop in the shower. Well, here's what you do, okay? You're gonna watch Worlds because it's an entertaining tournament, not because of North America. By all means, we're gonna have all 3 teams get out of groups, but that's not the entertainment factor that I'm talking about, okay? The entertainment factor is the fact that it is insane levels of productions with an insane stage and a crowd that is going to be insanely quiet because Korea is going to get slammed in every single game. And there is nothing more thrilling besides a rambunctious crowd that is loud like New York than the quietness of Korea when their teams collapse. That's why you're going to watch it. Because North America is going to single-handedly knock out Korea from Worlds. All of our teams are going to beat them, and we're never going to lose a game. Okay? And then we're going to get swept every single game by the LPL, and the LPL is going to be in finals with Weibo versus JDG, and Weibo's going to take it all with the Shy being a world championship again. Bro, I'm wearing an OpTic shirt and said that OpTic's coming back to the LCS. Don't look at me like I've been saying crazy shit for one time. I've been saying it all night.
Do you watch a lot of Cage Roll or something?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'll let you have this one.
One more wave.
He's so... Bro,
I love it.
I'm not gonna lie, those are the best streams ever for somebody who works nights. Like, getting to sit there and when nothing's happening at my job and I can just sit there and watch this man absolutely lose his mind at the Shy. The best part is, like, I have no care about the Shy.
Same.
And I actually was cheering against them super hard, but Like, he's just so enjoyable to watch. I was letting it be. I was like, I'm gonna vibe with him. I'm not even gonna cheer against him. I'm just gonna vibe with him.
It was great. Like,
Like,
honestly, putting him on at like 8 a.m. in the morning when I'm waking up and he's just sitting
yeah.
there freaking out over everything. It's like, God, I love it. I loved every single bit of it. And he's just sitting, like, he'll get up, he'll start running around. He's like that new player that does like that weird ass
Yep.
shit on TikTok, except with like actual people on the other side.
Except, I want everyone to understand, we will beat EU this year.
That
I don't care
I
how much
never
they
lost
talk.
faith that we were losing to EU. That's
We're
not
cooking
fucking
EU.
happening.
Nope. I've seen caps. I've seen what it takes to win EU. And he's washed. I don't mean to say it, but he's washed.
Okay, look,
We gotta lie at some
I'm all
point.
for the NA hype train, but I'm not gonna like G2 is
Who
the
else do we
G2 is the
trash?
only team that I'm gonna give a little bit of respect and
Yeah,
credit for.
we can't freaking trash anybody else because what am I supposed to say? Oh, we're gonna beat them at ADC? Probably not. Hansama's playing like one of the best in
All I have
I
to
guess
do is say I
Berserker.
literally just watched Hansama get his shit pushed in by Berserker last year. All year. So yeah, I know what's gonna happen when I see the two of them play again. We're fine.
I think Hansama honestly didn't really like playing here.
He's
And I
not
hate
gonna
to
like
say
playing in Korea either when
Oh
Berserker's on
my
the other side of the
gosh.
rift. Doesn't matter what region he's playing for. He sees Berserker on the other side, he's gonna get scared shitless. He's fine. We're good.
Have you seen him in
I have.
Did you watch those series? He was like hard
Did you
carry, bro.
watch Berserker last series?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So why are you scared? And
So how high up would you rate Berserker?
and worse. That's a trap. It was a regular season award, and he was not playing like that during the regular season.
Because I feel like I've considered Hansama the best ADC in Europe.
Berserker is the best ADC in North America.
Okay.
That doesn't mean he was all pro.
That's fair. That's fair.
Lucky I got a stress ball, and I'm high on OpTic vibes right now.
I was this close. This close to being kicked to the curb with TSM.
That you were.
Down.
That you were. But
Actually, though, do you think Fudge can stop Broken Blade
no,
right now?
no chance. Like I don't think. Like everybody other than bot lane for for C9 gets absolutely stomped. M&S gets blown to pieces by caps. Yike when he's on is better than Blabber when he's on at the moment.
I think Blabber's probably our best hope. But the problem is when he's your best hope, he's so coin flip that it's
scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, I see it as this. Our 2-3-4 teams are better than their 2-3-4 teams. I have full faith in that. And because of that, Cloud9 has been playing against better teams than G2 has in playoffs for the LEC. So, if we hit the ground running when we're over there, I have full faith that we can make it work.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that this will be the year that once and for all, we prove that we are better than Europe.
Possibly.
When we knock their teams out, it's going to be the greatest fucking feeling in the world. I hope every elimination game that North America plays, barring like the final one, is against an EU team.
You got a lot more belief in them than me. I'll give you that. But yeah, I mean, maybe we do though. Thinking about it, like we do, we're very good. I don't want to give off the wrong vibe. It's just that like EU has had our numbers sometimes
Paul,
on the better teams.
I'm not getting enough sense of pride from you. Okay? I don't get the feeling that you like your country, that you like the players within your region. And I think, sir, that you need to get a grip, okay? Because we are winning every single game that we play against Europe, and nobody is changing that.
I think we realize why I don't like my country that much anymore. One, I'm in the army, and two, my team's going to China. So I think those are
Oh, man.
two good reasons.
Oh, man.
I'm about to be speaking Chinese, bro. Like, I'm down in the dumps when it comes to watching LCS. And the one team I said I would like to see buy a slot announced that they lose 750K a month, not a year, a month. They're blowing through so much money. I don't even get it. That doesn't even make sense. 750K a month.
Oh, man.
They could almost buy an LCS slot in a year if you just took all the money that they're going in debt in.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. If they could pool all the money they've been spending.
They just have to cut Tarek. They have to cut literally every content creator that they have on the org.
How? I don't even know, bro. Like, how do you not even find a way to make some profitability off of the people that they have and the pull that they have?
I have no clue. That's insane. You're getting 200,000 viewers per YouTube video, and you're telling me you can't even get a tenth of them to buy something like some sort of product that makes the sponsorship to work. So to answer two questions from chat real quick, Storms asked if OpTic is in the LCS, am I not going to be a 100 Thieves fan? Look, I put it this way. I am a Minnesota Vikings fan in the NFL, but I know more about the Pittsburgh Steelers than I do literally any other team, just by proxy of my parents being Steelers fans. So I will know more about 100 Thieves initially than I will literally any other team. But yes, I will be an OpTic fan. And I've made that very clear on all platforms. When OpTic comes back into the LCS, like, my goal is to join OpTic, and always has been, always will be. That's the dream. I had the chance to work for them back in 2018. I can promise you, if that opportunity came up and it was appropriate for the situation that I'm in, I would not be passing that up ever again. I would not be moving down to Texas, but that's, we'll deal with that one.
Yeah. I mean, I think OpTic would be good to bring back to the league. I don't think that anybody thinks that would be a bad thing. Like, at this point, we need orgs that know how to survive and can build some hype. I think it's probably good, the orgs that are leaving, because TSM just isn't really doing anything right now and has no pull and isn't really that interesting and is kind of being carried by Leffen.
Yep.
So there's really nothing going on there. And I don't know, Mortals, are we gonna miss them?
No.
Not really, because they're gonna get replaced by somebody who's way more memorable very quickly. And it'd be nice to see the LCS turn around, which I think it's close to. I feel like LCS is reaching that point of, like,
rock bottom.
Yeah, you either turn around or
you completely collapse.
Yeah. But I will say, like, yeah, Scump watch parties for League, that'd be crazy.
What?
Crazy.
My message to Hex, my message to OpTic, if you need somebody to walk you through everything for just one watch party on a random day, like, we could be facing, like, I don't know, the scum of the earth on the LCS, like, I don't know, like Immortals if they decide to stay. We could be playing anybody. I will pay for my flight. I will sleep in a cardboard box outside. Just Let's chat. Let's talk. Just saying.
All this just for Sentinels to buy it anyways. With their VC money.
Yeah.
When in doubt, crowdfund.
I mean, they only raised like $1 million. That's it.
Yeah. They just... Sentinels is just gonna keep somehow surviving and losing the same amount of money at all times. They're just never going to stop. You know, have they tried making a crypto coin?
OpTic? Yes.
Sentinels?
No.
It's worth a shot. They could crowdfund. Call up SBF and see what he's doing.
Dakino, I do not smoke, so I would not be smoking any good Zaza, but I will get some for Paul. And let him...
I can't smoke. I'm in the military.
I don't know. I'll get it for somebody. I ain't gonna smoke. Like,
oh, okay. I was like, I can't.
But if there's one thing that I will do with Hex is I know he can take a shot at tequila, so we'll start throwing back tequila.
Yeah.
That will do.
Something like that. We can drink, we just can't smoke.
And Hex or Scump and I, like, I'll start chatting about like old school Harrisburg days, Cumberland Valley, like start talking about like where we grew up and shit. I'm telling you.
That would be, man, could you imagine if I got caught? Because I'm our P-test guy.
That'd be hilarious. I mean, well, to be fair, in all the situations where people do get in trouble, like, that's typical, like, it's the position of power that would allow you to get away with it.
Yeah. Well, it would be that way if it wasn't for the fact that we get put on it too, so. And then other people come and take your P, so. Smooge.
Damn.
I wish.
Feels bad, man.
Everybody gets caught. No, but that, speaking of drugs, here's the thought. Back to the elevator pitch for why you should watch LCS.
Well, this video isn't getting monetized.
Have you tried weed? If you're feeling down about LCS at Worlds, have you tried smoking? Not drinking. I'm not going to promote drink. I'm not saying it'll help. I'm just saying, like, maybe take a shot for every time we die.
Are you trying to die as well?
A shot for every 5 deaths.
That's fair, because we have low kill games. So...
yeah.
That might be fair. Well, like, take a sip of beer. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, something healthy.
Like, something in a moderate amount that's not going to kill you. You know, that.
Yeah. Because at this point, we gotta make LCS fun again. We gotta make it, well, I don't want to say fun again. Dang it, because then people
I was going to say, it has been
that
fun.
way.
It has been fun.
Yeah. And I don't like using that guy's slogan. I don't think that was the best.
Yeah, nope. Not a good idea.
Not a big fan of it. But we gotta just keep winning through losing. And the way we win through losing, drinking's not the worst.
Gambling.
Oh yeah, gambling. Yeah, forced within. Just follow his tracker and
also,
keep going.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, not a bad idea.
Sneaky
We've had worse.
Sneaky starts an OnlyFans on behalf of the entire LCS with 50% of proceeds going to keeping us afloat. And at the end of each broadcast, one free picture or glimpse of a video.
Any watch parties in costume if you subscribe to the OnlyFans.
Streamed exclusively on Fansly, you know.
Boom. We fixed it. There's how you fix it right there.
Oh, man. We've got some brilliant ideas, let me tell you what.
Are they going to go anywhere? Possibly not. Possibly they do.
Alright. Final predictions for this weekend before I end this. So, who you got?
I think day one, or not day one. I'm going to go Cloud9 for that best of 5.
Yep.
Like, I just think Cloud9 is playing out of their mind right now. And then I'm going to take Golden Guardians and TL.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. The Dig one scares me. I feel like Dig is a trap game. I think EG's really good. I just think TL is better and Summit is better.
So then TL versus Golden Guardians.
TL.
Okay.
Because Summit's on a mission.
Okay.
Summit's playing like a man on a mission, that's for sure.
I'm gonna go Team Liquid, Dignitas, Cloud9, TL.
Okay.
I think Golden Guardians does collapse.
Interesting.
And
I could see it.
The final note.
It'll be very LCS at Worlds if she doesn't answer.
Hello?
Hey. Good coming to clutch. So, you were 3 out of 4 on your predictions last week for LCS. I need to ask you really quick for your predictions for the stream.
Okay, I'm our friends, but alright, hold on, what? Go ahead, what?
Alright, really quickly. Team Liquid versus Evil Geniuses.
Liquid.
Golden Guardians versus Dignitas.
Golden Guardians.
Cloud9 versus NRG.
NRG.
And then Team Liquid versus Golden Guardians.
Liquid.
Got it. Thank you so much. See you later.
Wow.
Love you, bye. She has spoken.
So NRG.
She has spoken. NRG is going to beat Cloud9 and go directly to the finals.
I
Although
felt good that I was on her side on most of them.
She was off 1 game last week. She went 3-1. So if she goes 3-1 again, then we know. It's as simple as that.
So does it still count as a win if TL beats Dig for me? Because I picked TL anyways for that next series, or is it a loss?
Depends. Would you pick TL to beat Dig? Like, would you? Are you saying TL?
Yeah.
So you're saying TL unconditionally
TL
wins
plays.
that next game no matter what?
Yeah.
Then yes, I will give you credit for that.
I'll take it. I'll take it. That's wild though. NRG beating C9 would be crazy. And how sad would that look for everybody who just kicked FBI to the curb?
Yep. But then again, that's not, like, FBI's problem's not in the LCS arena. It's once you get on stage. I've said that time and time again.
That's true. That's true.
When he gets on stage, he just does not play the same. He does not play as free and as loose.
Which dude was playing kind of crazy last week. He's kind of cracked.
He's been cracked. In the LCS arena, he is cracked.
That's
it's
true.
just, like, when you get... He has never won a convincing series on a big stage. He nearly, like, last year when we barely beat EG with what's his name subbed in for Danny. What was his name?
Oh, I don't remember, to be honest.
I know.
He just disappeared.
Yeah,
he showed up, played pretty good, and then nobody ever talked about him again.
He went over to like a EU secondary league.
TCL maybe.
Nah,
he was from
I thought it was
there.
What was it? What was his name?
Did it start with an R, I think?
Not Rux. That was the Fnatic guy. Not Rikara. Kaori, thank you.
There it is.
Yep.
I wasn't even close.
Yeah, so FBI barely beat Kaori in playoffs last year. Whenever they were on the big stage. So I'm not convinced that FBI on the big stage can step up, but I think Palafox could. But Palafox and Dokla have never been on that stage before, so we don't know. Dokla could be the next Kingin when he's on that stage, for all we know.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It is funny how... What have I always said, that winning changes everything? All of a sudden, NRG is a nice org now. Now they're nice guys. Winning
I've been
changes
saying that
all.
shit all split. Nobody else gets to join
Yep.
in this hype wagon but me.
But I'm saying, like, all of a sudden they start winning and everyone's like, oh yeah, I've always liked these guys. It's like, okay, well, everyone started out saying they were a bunch of posers, and then they started winning, and everybody went, sick. These guys rock. I've been with them since the beginning.
For the longest time, it was like, how could NRG change this bot lane and put them in over the CLG roster that was together for so long? And then they immediately like go.
And now they're like, man, I'm so glad they kept the core together. And just like, it changed so fast. It went from how could they get rid of
the best was I think it was Snowbird on Twitter. He's like a diehard like CLG. He was a diehard CLG fan, and at like the beginning of the split, he was cheering so hard.
Yeah, he was.
For CL or for NRG to just get mollywopped. And then what does he tweet out?
What'd he tweet? Just so happy for these guys and the hard work.
No, look at stream.
Oh, the hamster.
Yep.
I do like though that that's the beauty of sports right there.
Yep.
How you can spend some time upset and you can change. I know I just am laughing at people changing, but that is the beauty of it is that you can. Like, cause I'm laughing at this, at what all these people said, but just understand I will be in this position in about a month or so, whatever TSM sells. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the way TSM fumbled CSGO just now, like this past week, I'm low-key just starting to hate them. They're pissing me off.
I don't know.
They can't do anything right, but it is nice having NRG. Like, I would love to see a Sapnap co-stream.
And I think
that'd be good.
He might do that at finals again, but he just joined Kick.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Ah, a lot of Kick guys. I don't really have.
I don't have a problem with Kick.
Because can't you turn off slots?
I think you can, but even
in
then,
hot
it's
tub
like
streams.
Look, it's a gambling streaming site. So
yeah,
it is what it is. If you're gonna stream on there, just accept that that's what the platform is, and they're giving you good money, and that's it. Simple as that. You acknowledge the reality that's there, fine. You try to hide and say that like, oh, it's not bad, like they're not gambling and shit. Yeah, then we got a problem. But like,
yeah,
that's not the case. So
I just thought it was a hot tub streaming site.
No.
Just me? Okay, well, whatever. Guess we'll let that one go. Do they stream LCS on there?
I have no clue. I don't think they do. So I mean, technically, that's a good thing. That actually is like one of the more beneficial things that you could do.
Yeah, it's true. That is a good point.
All right. On that note, I want to end this and just wrap it up. Talk to Paul off stream a little bit, and Emily's going to be home soon. We got some apartment stuff to deal with, so I will catch you all on the next episode, the next video on Saturday. We've got the low budget LCS needlessly large rods roster reveal video, which you know what? Let me play a little preview for you on stream, a crossover podcast exclusive of the intro that I've got prepped for our top laner. He might hate me after this, but I think it's worth it in every way, shape, or form. Let me...
The fudge factor.
Alright, let me go to here. Let me increase the volume on the browser so we can all hear it. Alright, you ready for this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Pay very close attention to what happens behind the screen. Starting in the top lane.
Are you ready for it?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I will reveal one more. We have two Nicks.
Duo.
Okay, but actually though, he loves that. I bet he loves that intro.
Healy and I made meme intros for everybody but myself. I am the only one that I gave any sort of like actual serious like montage type clip thing. Zebras, I put the Halo music in the background with like Leona popping on screen with a Monka home. Hold up, I gotta show that one. That was, hang on. Yeah, it's good. Y'all can watch the main video when it comes out because there's a lot more to it than just this. But
Also, that jersey though.
it's slick. I love it.
Get all their shit out and I can take it. So that's perfectly fine by me. As for our support. Zebra Dama switch from
Cheesy, stupid, but hey, you know what? It works.
I love that so much.
I'm just worried about how Mark's gonna take it because he was all hyped. He's like, "Give me Taylor Swift for the intro. Get me ready for it." And I was like, "Okay, bet. Are you ready for it?" Locks in, dies, loses immediately. Oh man. All right.
Oh jeez.
That's actually it. Stream. I will catch you later. Be sure to catch the full video on Saturday when it comes out, and we'll see you on the next stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Adios.
Adios.
And